Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Edgar and this is the Hoarder Board channel. With my Christmas bias guide, we're continuing this series of videos and we've come to the strategy games. Strategy games I usually divide them into in like the strategy games and the heavy strategy games. So that is still coming up, the heavy strategy games. These are the strategy games that are not on the heavy side. They are above the family weight of games, and they're usually about um, uh, above a two. So there's some overlap a little bit, depending on uh, what kind of gamer you are and what kind of gamers you have in your own personal bubble, or at home or in your gaming group. And these games offer strategy in various ways. And yeah, let's get to it. So my first one is, let me just check. My first one is For Shuffle. So For Shuffle is a game that I only played two times, but it's a very fun game. I played it with the expansion, and I also played it without. Well, I tried to play it without. We played it by taking out the expansion because it was new people, and I felt even after playing one time that I could explain the game, and I kind of dig because it's not that hard. It's a game from 2 to 5 players, 40 to 60 minutes, ages 10 and up, and a weight about 2.18. And it's from Lookout Games. It's a game it's just a card game, but you're gonna make a tableau. A tableau of a certain amount of trees, and once you put out a tree, you can put some animals on it. So the thing is, you're gonna have some cards in your hand. I do forget if you have like a maximum in your hand, and you're gonna. Oh, let's put it a little bit more central. So gonna have this board. You're gonna have these cards, which are different trees and stuff like. Gonna start to have a starting hand with trees and animals and stuff like that, and and on the bottom part there are a few winter cards depending on the players, and if when you go to the deck, you draw cards, stuff like that, and the game ends as soon as a certain amount of winter cards are revealed. The game ends immediately, so it's gonna be like, hey, if it's a certain amount of players and the third winter card has to be shown, it's like, ooh, there are already two. Like maybe instead of drawing, because if you draw winter cards, are immediately over. Maybe I should just play what I have in my hand. So you're gonna draw or two cards, or you're gonna play cards, and the playing cards is you have to have a tree to have some animals. But for example, this tree here costs you one card. Some some cost you two and stuff like that. And you want to have or the same trees or multiple trees, and trees have a certain amount what they score on the bottom. And then you can also add in creatures. So you see like this card here as a left and a right side. So you can play it or on the left side, placing this badger. It's a badger, right? Yeah. Or playing this. Oh, I think this is in Spanish. This little bug here. So, for example, here there's a rabbit here. So you put half of the card you can don't use, and you just show the one that you're playing. And sometimes you're gonna have combos because sometimes if you play with a certain colors, some cards have like, hey, if you play with this, if you pay the cost with all of those colors, because this one is 0, for example, but some have like a 2 and it has a symbol here. For example, this one, if you pay with these type of cards, with this symbol, then you're gonna do this action, and these are points, which you're gonna score at the end of the game. And for example, you can put things on the top or things on the bottom by sliding it in under a tree. And the thing is, as soon as you pay for those for the cards, everything that you pay for it will go up on this track. As soon as there are 10 or more on that, uh, uh, you go, they will be removed, and we're gonna continue and continue until the end of the game is triggered, and whoever has the most points wins. It's a very fun game. You're trying to maximize your points, and the thing is, well, if at a certain point, well, you don't have any cards in your hand, you have to draw something. So cards are gonna be drawn even if you don't want to, and you're hoping that you can maximize your points until the third or fourth winter card comes out, depending on the amount of players. So that is for shuffle. And in a nutshell, basically, my second game is a game that I have here, and that is Veil of Eternity. I have the Dutch version. I bought it on a whim because I heard it was good. It's good, but I want the oh, this part is like different. It's put in wrong, and then it's like this. So I should actually change it. But Veil of Eternity is a game from Mandu Games, and at 2 to 4 players, 30 to 45 minutes, can be very quick, ages 14 and up, and 2.14 in the weight scale. You're gonna have a certain amount of cards. Actually, you don't start even with cards. The thing is, you are going to play until till someone reaches a certain amount of goals, or until 10 rounds have been played. Each round, the player has 3 phases: the hunting phase, the action phase, and the resolution phase. So in the hunting phase, you draw cards from the game board. So you're going to put cards. There's this board with different sections of different color cards. So you shuffle up the deck. You draw the amount of 2 per player. So you're playing with 4, you're going to draw 8. And you're going to put them in the right colored section, the color of the cards, matching the color of the section of the board on the edge. And then if you're the first player, you're gonna pick first, and then you're gonna go around, and then it's gonna go snake draft. And so the fourth player, so the last player to draft, will draft again. So we'll get 2 cards, and we'll go back. So the first player will have last pick. And then what you can do in the action phase, you can take various actions. You can sell cards, you can tame creatures, so you can put creatures on the table, or summoning cards. And the resolution, you gonna activate some effects of the cards. The thing is, in the first round, your tableau can only have 1, because that's the number of the round. So the first round, you can only have 1 card. In the second round, you can have 2 cards. In the third round, you can have 3 cards. And it goes on and so on. And you can even sell cards, but the thing is, if you sell cards, or you want to get rid of cards in your hand, you have to I think you have to pay to get rid of cards in your hand. If you're too full, I think it's also your hand limit. So the first round you can only have 1 card in your hand, and so on. And I'm going to show you a few of the pictures. There are cards that are totally different. So this is this is a bit unnecessary. It's in the game. This standee. And you're going to put cards, but you're going to put your disc on it to claim the cards, and you're going to go in snake draft. And then you can tame the dragon. You cannot tame the dragon, you can tame the card. The cards have creatures or a person on it, and you're going to tame it by getting it to your hand. I don't think there's a hand limit, by the way. I think I forgot that rule doesn't exist, I think. But the thing is, you can also sell it. Or discard it for the value. So on the sides of here, so you see here. So if I'm gray, I can get this card. I have to pay. I can put it in my hand. If I want to play it, I can pay it for 3. But there are these chips. You can also you can always have 4 chips of any value in front of you. It's not the value, but the chips. And for example, if I will get a chip that is a 6. That's a high value chip, and there is you can use it to pay for cards. But if I use a 6 to put this 3 onto my tableau, you don't get anything back. You have to pay with the right amount. If you go higher, you don't get any change back. So, and here you get a lot of 1s, and here you get 3 1s. Here you get a 3, and here you get a 3 and a 1. And you're deciding if you want to get that card into your hand, or you want to discard that card to get money so you can play it. Or you already have money from the previous round, and maybe you want to get 2 cards and play two cards if you haven't played anything in the round before, and you can play as much as the number of the round is. And you go back and forth, but some effects let you to get cards back and put cards on, and effects are mandatory unless it says so. So you really want to balance those things out, and trying to get the most points at the end. I think if you reach, let me see here. I think if someone reaches 60, I guess, yeah. I think you can make it a longer, shorter game if you want to by doing it maybe 40, or maybe instead of 60, like 70. You go around the board again, and then you go again. Everybody does this, and everybody does it in player order, and then the first player marker goes to the second for the next player. So that person will be first, and he will have last picks on the second card. So you're gonna have to check what you really want. Seating order is important in this game, and it's quite a fun game, by the way. I'm hoping to get the English version, get rid of this one, so that there are a lot of expats and people that don't know Dutch. So this is a game that I really want to get to the table more often. So there's some. So these are the cards, and some have effects. Some, yeah, it's really cool. So that was Veil of Eternity. My next pick is gonna be Earth, and Earth is from Inside Up Games. 1 to 5 players, 45 to 90 minutes, ages 13 and up, and it weighs about 2.88. This is a little bit more of it's below the 3, so it's kind of like a strategy game, and strategy games can flow into complexity, but this as soon as you go once or twice through this game, you'll get the gist of it. So Earth is you trying to make a tableau. The first person, it will trigger the end if someone finishes their tableau. I think it's gonna be 3 times 4, if I'm not mistaken, or 4 times 4 grid. Let me see. I forgot because I don't have the game, but I've played it and it's been a while. And it has a lot of awards. It's like, oh my god, look at this. Awards and honors. It's a really cool game. There's an expansion also coming. Maybe it's already out. But you're gonna have a handful of cards, and then you're gonna do the actions on this board, which I think is, and you're gonna or play or get to get some soil, or to plant these cubes, or to grow your forest with these wooden bits, and you're gonna try to have as many points as you can. Oh, why is there an empty box here? And this is your tableau. You're gonna have a certain amount. You're gonna have a few cards that you can choose from. One is going to be your weather. One is going to be your island. You have a biome of an island, which you're gonna. Your island is going to do some stuff at some. If someone takes a certain amount of actions, a certain action, or you take a certain action, and there's also going to be a. I don't know if this is a weather pattern. But you can have these 3 cards. You can choose a few of them, and there's also some end game scoring here. That you can get, and also sometimes you're gonna have to just pay with cards from your hand to put things out. So the cards in your hand are also currency to pay for cards to put in your tableau. And if someone does like the action, so if someone does the green action, everybody does the a less powerful green action that's on the bottom, and that's really cool. So you can choose an action, everybody else gets to do something, and that is actually really cool to experience. These are your tokens to put on the objectives as soon as you get it. You pay with soil, or you don't pay with cards. You think you pay with soil, but cards can also be discarded for other stuff. That was it. Like you can discard it, I think, for soil. It's been a while, by the way, but I forgot how the payment works. But I think you have to pay with soil, yeah. Is there any card that I can show you? Yeah, here is the soil. But I think you can get rid of cards to get soil. It's been a while. Um, and it's a fun game. I haven't played in a while. I have to ask my friend to if I can play it again. The only thing that there are some event cards. There are not many event cards. I was hoping that there would be more. That's the only kind of side thing that I was I like cards that do something like an event. You can play the event at any time. Those are kind of you can do it in another player's turn, even if you'd like. And that is Earth. So here you see, for example, if you choose the blue action, you get two of these grows. So you can put two of the. I think these are the cubes, or if you choose the blue action, so you can get some different powers at the beginning. Everybody's different. Um, and here is also you get to draw two if you choose the blue action. So that's how you can get two cards. And normally the green is to get cards. So you can maybe do more blue than green because you're already like picking up cards. And this is also your starting hands. How many you start with, 6, and how much you have to put in your compost. Every card in your compost is also a point. Um, and you get 7 soil. I think everybody still gets like a round if someone um, does the whole tableau, filling up the whole tableau. And yeah, for example, here you see some endgame cards. Some the cards also, if you do like a blue action, you also do the blue actions on your tableau if you have them, and also on your player board. First, you do your player board, and then you do the tableau from left to right, from top to bottom. So placing cards in a certain spot strategically can also benefit you. For example, if you put the left top card and you get some income, and then later on in the production line you can spend it. That will be better than to first have a spent card and then getting the soil. So it's also a bit of a puzzle for yourself, and you try to score these goals. For example, this little guy, the Kingfisher, you have to have 6 blue abilities on your tableau, not on your player board, because your player board is already like that's your starting cards that you have there for your abilities. But as soon as you have it, you put it here. This is I think it's if someone fills up their board, they also get 7 points, but it's not necessarily for you to win. I think the expansion tones it down to 5, and it streamlines some stuff. The expansion, so that is Earth. So my next one is a game that I have here, and that is it's heavy. It's Wormspan. I don't have Wingspan, and a lot of people may be gonna comment on why don't you have a Wingspan? This is really cool. You should have bought it like ages ago. I was like, I like it, but you can get lucky and unlucky with the dice roll. This one doesn't have dice. It's a 1 to 5 player game, 90 minutes, ages for and up, and weighs 2.79. Maybe it's on the heavier side, but the thing is, I still put it in the normal strategy game because if you, um, it's not that difficult of a teach, um, but actually you can actually help other people without really messing yourself up. Actually, um, and if you do it well, get you can strategize to get food for the dragons in a good way. With the other ones, it's depending on what was rolled at the tower. You go like, yep, I can only if I do that action, I can only get 2. I can only get 2 food from the, and there's nothing that I really need. So you can always exchange 2 food for 1. But hey, this bird needs a fish and a worm, and there's only rats and berries in there, and yeah, I can spend 2 for 1, but then I'm one short. With this one, it's always choosing the food that you want. There's also always this symbol, choosing any food of that you want. It has a little bit more strategy that you can have to put caves down in your tableau. So this is uh, your player area. You start with no dragons. These caves are already printed on the board, so you can put dragons from the beginning on your first cave. But the other cave, you have to put these in the other space. You have to put caves, and you can run these caverns. And these discs are actually your actions. Also, this one is, in my opinion, in a way better than Wingspan, because every round, these are your cubes that you use, like in Wingspan. So you use these discs, but you can save this for the next round, and every round you get 6 discs, which is 6 actions, or sometimes less, depending if you want to spend it on dragons that have a coin on it. So you have to spend it on the action and on the card, on paying the card, and um, you also go up. Oh, so these are like there are hatchlings. There's oh, these are just hatchlings. Dragon Facts is not that interesting. But you also have these dragon guilds, which you can. Uh, there are 4 of them, I think, in the game, or 5, and you choose one and you flip it to the right amount of players. And as soon as someone you start here, when you see this a bit the symbol here on cards, or if you run with your little guy in the, through the caves and visit all the dragons, you can also activate this at certain points, and then you go up on with this token on the Dragon Guild, and you get these benefits like eggs and milk and meat and drawing cave cards and more dragon cards. And if you're going here, you can put one of the cubes that you have from your supply here and do what's on here, and if you go again you can do it again. So it has this bit of a race aspect, and going up on this tracks you also get these goodies, which can be also gold and another action disc. It's really cool, and you also get you get to put um, some eggs at the beginning of every round. You get to put 1 egg, so at least your eggs are a little bit more difficult to put out. But this for me is better than Wingspan. It is a step up from Wingspan, to be honest, but it's something that I really love. It's a game that I really love. Here you have the different end game scorings. So you have to have here playful dragons in your, and cave cards in your Amnesty Abyss, which is the bottom one, the bottom cave. So yeah, I am so enamored with this one. It's a game that I played a lot, and I will continue to play. This is one that I haven't played in a while. Let's play it. It's really cool. So that is Wormspan. My next game is a game that I've played a few times, and I'm really thinking about maybe getting it. But the thing is, I love playing it, but usually my game group, not a lot of people love to play it. A friend of mine has it, and I really would like to play it again. And that is Heat Pedal to the Metal. And you're thinking, like, a race game, how is that strategic? By the way, it's from Days of Wonder. 1 to 6 players, 30 to 60 minutes, ages 10 and up, and weight of 2.19. So in Heat Pedal to the Metal, you have these different maps. I think you have, I don't know if you get 2 from the base game or you get 4. I know the expansions give you 2 every time. There are a few expansions. If you get the base game and you see that there's some things that are not filling the insert, it's like because you get extra cards in the expansion, and you can put the expansion stuff in the base game. It's already made for all those expansions. And also the cards, there's a space left, so don't worry about it. You're not missing stuff. So I think this is from the base game. Yeah, so you have these racetracks. You're gonna put your car depending on player order. and the person that goes is first on the track will also always goes first, and you're gonna program. These are your little cars. Oh. So you're gonna try to program. These are the tracks. You're gonna try to program with these cars. You're gonna have heat, but heat is bad for you. Um, you're gonna play these cards depending on your shift. So if you're on shift 1, you can only play 1 card. But it means that if at the end of the turn you get a cooldown of 3, so you can get rid of 3 cards from your hand into your discard pile, which will maybe come back. Oh no, you can put you can actually put cards away. You can also put heat away, and uh, yeah, I don't know if you can put heat away. You can discard heat, I guess, or cooldown. It's been a while, but just trust me, it's a cool game. You can get rid of heat, um, and you can also get rid of these because these are like wild cards. So if you play one of these, you have to play all your cards, by the way. You have to draw one randomly, and you're thinking like, oh, I can go as fast as I can, right? Nope, because as soon as you, there's some expansions also in there, some modules, because you, ooh, oh, these are prototypes. Why so many prototypes? Okay, sorry. He pedal to the metal. Um, 731 images, that's a lot. For example, this is the box. You can see, I think someone put these dividers. I don't think there's dividers in the game, but you can make them. Oh, some people made some. The thing is, you have these corners. Oh, this is another corner. This is a corner. So you see, as soon there's a thick line here with a number. The thing is, you cannot exceed that number when going on the corner. For everything that you exceed of that number, I think you get a heat and you have to go back to this line. Oh no, you have to have heat. If you can't, you have to go back to the line. You can overheat your car with the heat. It's a very strategic game. You have to plan when to get heat, when to put heat into your car to go one extra step. It's a very nice game. It's a very nice design. I really love it. Oh, did I see it there? Yeah. For example, this is a 7. You cannot go higher than a 7. So 7 or lower around the bend, and you're safe. But the thing is, with those blue cards, if you play them and you're already at 5, you hope to get a 2, not a 3. So yeah, that is. And the thing is, sometimes you have only high cards and you're in the 3rd gear. The thing is, you can always go um, down a few gears. I think you'll go only down 2, and you can go up to 2, I guess, getting heat. Or you can go up 1, or you can go up 2. I think I forgot the little nuances of the game, but it's a nice racing game, and yeah, I actually liked it with the expansion. I played once with the I think it was the expansion. Uh, Everybody got to draft specific cars that do different things, so you're different than the rest in the racing aspect, and it's really nice. So yeah, and my last game before I go to my pick of what I want for Santa is Marvel United, and oh, I have a lot of Marvel United. Still need to paint though. I started painting, and I think I like the X-Men more, so that's why I took the X-Men game out to show you guys. Um, there are a few base games. There's a Marvel United X-Men, and there's a Marvel United Avengers. There's also the multiverse that got delivered from Kickstarter. This is a game by Simon Global Limited. Uh, just Simon. And from 1 to 5 players, 40 minutes, and ages 40 and up, and weight 1.96. Here you get to choose a hero. You get a hero deck. of cards, and you choose a villain, and you get to put the villain dashboard out in the middle, and you're gonna put cards different locations around. You're gonna do some setup stuff, and then you're gonna start. And the villain. Oh, these are the minis. So, so this is like a setup, and for example, they're battling Magneto. You're gonna place a card, do what's on the card, so like movement, do heroic stuff, save civilians, which are these blue tokens. Oh, that's too much of a zoom in. Or you can punch. So this is movement. Uh, this is a wild. You can do anything. You can get rid of. You can battle these henchmen by punching them. As soon as their health is depleted, you get rid of this card, and then you can use the ability at the end of the turn, end of your turn of this location. Um, these are like people you have to rescue, and as soon as two of these, so you can clear threats, which are these cards. If you clear 4 threats, you get to get rid of this card, and you can defeat thugs. And with Magneto, he has a different thing here that he needs to do, but usually it is saving civilians. And as soon as it's full, you can get rid of the card. So um, the thing is, only after getting rid of 2 cards, you can defeat the villain. But when you play 3 people play. But the thing is, if this is Beast, and I play Jean Grey, I play this card, I can use the symbols from this card and from this card. I can also use the ability, but I can use the symbols on the bottom. As soon as one of these cards is removed from the deck, then the villain goes after every 2 cards. Normally he goes after every 3 cards, and then the villain does some stuff, trying to get his evil plan out there. He will activate stuff on his board, and so on. And you're trying to defeat him, and it's not always defeating him head on. Sometimes you have to do some other stuff. It depends on the villain. Very nice game, cooperative game, where you try to manage, like, hey, maybe I should go there and save some civilians. Maybe you should knock out some thugs. Because the thing is, as soon as one of those places gets over saturated with tokens, then something will happen that the villain grows a little bit stronger, gets to do something, and that is not good. It's a game where you can get certain expansions and stuff for it, with some extra heroes and extra villains. Oh, this was the Kickstarter, I guess. You see Beast and Mystique trying to save the Senators, so this is a different scenario. This is the painted one. I am not that good at painting. I don't know how to do eyes. It's very small. Oh, this is cool. So yeah, and these are unpainted. They're a little bit difficult to paint, but I'm trying to do my best. And for the last thing on my list, this is a thing that I already have from Santa, but maybe you already saw it. But hey, it's I've been playing Magic for a while, but Magic has gone a little bit stale, and I need to play this with the community. But I played this with a friend of mine a few times, but I've been busy. I hope in January to start with the community and start. Already got a few boosters, and this is Altered. Altered is a game from Equinox. 2 to 4 players, 10 to 14 minutes, and it's about 2.67. And for example, here you see all the starter decks. I have all the starter decks. There are 6 of them. I got a few boosters. And I got a playmat. I should have got my playmat to show you guys. And it's a TCG where you get 12 in a booster. This is a whole deck to play with. You need 2 of the decks, so all the tokens, there are some cardboard tokens in there. These are some these are some tokens that people made. Those are nice. So this is a perfect picture. So the thing is, you get 2 of these like foldable mats on it. You have 2 expeditions. You're gonna have your leaders in the middle from a different faction. The starter decks also are faction specific, and you shuffle up your deck. You put your hero into the middle space on the top, and you're gonna put these. So you're gonna put these cards. Actually, they should be face down, but because of the tokens, they are face up now, so that's correct. So these 2 are gonna be face up, and the middle is gonna be face down. These have all the all the symbols that are on the hero cards, and you try to get these tokens to meet or cross each other. The first person to do that wins. And the thing is, you're gonna put cards in this expedition and this expedition. So if you win in this expedition, your token will move. But the thing is, multiple people can win. Me and my adversary can win, because if you see here, this is, for example, if we both start here with our hero and our companion, is it a companion? Our companion starts there. So here we need to just win on one of the 3. You don't need to win on all of them. I can win on water, you can win on grass. But the thing is, if I'm higher on grass and I'm high on water, I can stop you from going on grass and on water, but maybe also on mountains. So in the beginning, everybody can have a chance to move. But then you go here to the mountains, then you have to have more mountains. And you see here on the card, you have different values for the different mountains. Sometimes you get a token on it, will give you more value on each of the biomes. And sometimes you get abilities from cards you play, but your cards always go into the reserve, and then you pay the reserve cards, because here you see the cost. That's a 4 to play from your hand, and 3 to play from the reserve. And you can have 2 cards which you pick at the end, 2 cards to keep in your reserve, and you can play them again. There's also some landmarks you can put out that can help you, that they will stay in the game. And the game is quite a fast-paced game. And you start with 6 cards, and you put 3 cards face down as mana, and you can already start with like 3 mana, which is different from, for example, like Magic. But this is a game, if you like, it's a little bit of a racing game, and you can strategically put stuff out. If you pass for the whole round, and it's a really nice game. And your hero also have some abilities, and I hope in January or February the new set is coming out. I haven't really played with this new set with these boosters anyway, so I don't know how much money I'm gonna put into this, but I hope I can still balance this out with board games. But hey, Santa, if there's one thing you can give me, then it's a whole box of boosters for Altered. So yeah, that was my, I think, very long video, but I don't mind for once. So, oh, that's 40 minutes for a... Okay, I have to make it shorter. If you've been watching until now, I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I hope you can still like and subscribe to my channel and like this video. Tell me, what is your favorite trading card game, by the way? I'm very curious to know. And what we could add to the strategy games in this list. In this next week, I'm gonna finish up my videos. But for now, this video is a wrap, and I hope to see you guys soon. Take care and have a good one. Bye bye.